Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the Ramashram Satsang practice session, where you will learn a modern Satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Eddie, and I'll be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I'd like to give you a brief overview of this Satsang session. If you'll direct your attention towards your screen, you'll see the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our life. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin this practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of Satsang. When we meditate, we withdraw consciousness from worldly objects and direct it inwards to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, thereby allowing us to obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of satsang, inner satsang and outer satsang. An example of outer satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. The satsang that you will learn today is an inner satsang where we meditate in silence. Group session. These practice sessions are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these practice sessions, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul. But only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy, which we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The agenda for today consists of 3 sessions: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a satsang topic, the founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, you'll receive instructions on how to meditate, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you have the opportunity to ask questions, or there'll be a panel discussion. And now, I'd like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of satsang experience. He's the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Ramashram Satsang. He was born into a satsang family where he experienced his family members obtain states of enlightenment and lead lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India, facilitating satsangs. And during that time, he witnessed the positive effects that satsang could have on mankind. And upon arriving to the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate satsangs for local satsangees. He has led teams of satsang members in translating important satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make satsang more accessible to Western and English-speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England, facilitating satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of satsang as taught by Guru Maharaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji.
So happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry, my screen is not going to the TV behind me. This was the setting we had for the Guru Purnima or Guru's Day that we celebrated this weekend. So in this basement, there were people from all over. So today, before we go into meditation, the deep silent meditation. We transition in with music, which actually originally was prayers, and we transition out with music again, which again was Vedic mantras. Now, so if we look at this practice, um, the system is flexible and open to be beneficial from all walks of life with any religious or cultural background. So that is what I think over the next few weeks I'll talk a little more about that. While my grandfather was referred to by everybody as Guru Maharaj, it is a guru disciple system. He, had so it came from the Sufi lineage. My grandfather's guru was enlightened at a very early age. Um, you know, but when my grandfather met him, uh, there was nothing religious about him, even nothing that he could find as spiritual. So there are, no specific, ways in which the title changes or the name changes or the attire changes. Uh, both um, Guru Maharaj, my grandfather, and his guru were like live like a normal person and continue to pursue the ocean of peace, or the land where light, love, and peace, in true terms, lives within you. Um, so he basically had pretty much opened it for everyone, and he would not ask where you're coming from, who you are. If they don't want to say, people would just, it will be an open session, as we had this weekend. But in India, there is like these 3-day retreats that happen in every big city, and people can just join in. um, the so his view was, you just come, talk to me. If you're interested, I'll tell you what I know, or how to get to this ocean of peace, how to progress spiritually through his, method, which I saw that was effective in several cases, in terms of the mentors I have throughout my life. So if the focus is on strengthening and controlling the mind, achieving better concentration, as well as on attaining medical benefits of the meditation, um, you know, this still works. So, but those individuals who have a strong belief in God, they have the freedom to think of whomever they believe in and have faith in, be it Jesus, Krishna, Ram, Guru Nanak, or any other name they use for this transcendental energy. So his view was, there are many names, many forms, but it is the ocean of consciousness. This is the source of energy, or the transcendental energy that we are connecting with through that name or form. Um, this system is not religious, but respects all religions. Guru Maharaj stated that God is a supreme power with no name or form, and you can choose a name of your liking. However, Guru Maharaj highlighted the importance of Guru based on his own experience. So his view was that in order to attain self-realization, you must find someone who has already attained it and seek his guidance. But he never said that where I was going earlier was that he just told people that you could call me friend, father, brother, just relate with me. And because whatever I know through that bond, I will just share with you. And I, you know, throughout, he started in 1930, and throughout there were several people who would, just uh, discuss stuff, and there was no guru-disciple relationship per se. Um, the experience of Guru Maharaj and uh, many other saints like Guru Nanak and all, uh, Guru is not mandatory, but Guru before God is the easiest and most proven method. So that's called Sant Mat in India. The seekers can also experiment and experience the results and benefit for themselves. To get control of the mind, meditate, uh, you know, um, it, it's like um, meditating on Guru um, is like easier because someone you know, someone you have seen, someone who uh, in whose presence you feel peace, calm and quiet. So that just for some people it becomes easier. For those who want to continue, so when uh, during the meditation we say that the transcendental energy in form of light is coming into your heart and distributing throughout your body, uh, the source of that light could be Guru, God, or anyone of your liking. So that's the flexibility of this system. So there are days when mind is uncontrollable and nothing seems to pacify it. The easiest and most effective approach is to leave everything behind and focus on one thing. Um, so if Guru's physical presence helps, then well and good. So that is why that's also an option, but that's not the only option. The mind becomes detached and an attraction starts to take hold of the mind and body in Guru's presence. The mind calms down, its turbulent waves stop, the practitioner continues the practice of spiritual discipline as instructed by his Guru. This method brings Guru's powers to bear upon the seeker and disciple. Um, it doesn't matter where you start. Once on deeper levels of meditation, you forget about yourself, you forget about yourself, and even forget about your guru or God. So in those deeply, um, higher conscious moments or higher awareness moments, it is you who connects with this energy, connects with this, becomes your consciousness, connects with this higher consciousness, or you elevate to this higher conscious state. Guru just helps, um, you know, elevate you. So, it's so basically Guru Maharaj took out the rituals, took out all the, religious dogmas and things that would be limiting. And he said, like, just follow the process, test it out, and figure out if this works. And if it works, I'm here to guide you through that. You don't have to call me a guru. So that was a pretty radical change. And he also, both he and his guru, changed there is no registration here. Um, I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of people came in and, you know, they some people I know, they only come for specific events. There are some people who literally I have seen through while I was growing up, they would come meet my father literally every week, sometimes like multiple times a week. So very open, very flexible. Choose your way of connecting and elevating yourself. At the end of the day, it's your practice, your, you know, it's you who has to, uh, through the meditation, uh, create this disciplined thinking and resiliency of your mind, which then takes you to the next level, spiritually speaking. That's what we'll practice now. Um, so think of um, this transcendental energy in form of light right here, right now. So it's like in Hindi, it's or Sanskrit, it's called upasana, which is upasan, which is like sitting in front. So your destination is not far away that you have to make an effort to get there. It's right here, right now. And it's like manifesting, right? What you're trying to manifest, just think it's here. So we're manifesting this transcendental energy, which transcends the world, which is unfathomable in terms of its intensity, its strength, power, and ability to, so it's uplifting, positive, so its ability to uplift you to higher levels is phenomenal. So you're connecting with that energy. And so to do that, because part of it is also to focus on it and leave everything else behind. So how do you do it? Eyes lightly closed and sit in a relaxed and relaxed and still posture, because every time your body moves, your sensory input through your eyes, all that distracts your mind. You want to focus on this presence of this transcendental energy in form of light that's right here, right now, and it's entering your heart, enlightening your heart, and distributing throughout your body. So you're getting completely and totally immersed in this light, and you are becoming the light. Mind wanders away, which it will, you basically, bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. You can do whatever other practices or other things to help your health, your, even concentrate your mind through mindfulness or mantras and other things. Music, etc. You can do it before or after, because this practice would help you there as well. So I'll just repeat it one more time, that think of this transcendental energy in form of light that's right here, right now, which is entering your heart, distributing throughout your body, and you are becoming completely and totally immersed in this light. Let's start now. So happy Tuesday, everyone. Glad that we are here in Satsang. Any questions, comments, thoughts? So I am still soaked up with a lot of positive energy from the weekend. So Anita ji, Rajat, Onkar, we're all here.
It was such a great experience as always. Very fortunate to be part of that event.
Yeah, I think we need to do a English, you know, so instead of a retreat, it's more of an urban retreat where you don't have to go to very somewhere far away. You just meet for the weekend, do meditation several times morning, evening, and it's a good retreat. I think we should do that. Or also, yeah, I was thinking, and maybe there are any thoughts here. I mean, because I would be going to Toronto, middle of August, 17th, 18th, Cleveland, September 28th, 29th, Connecticut, November 9th and 10th, and probably a couple of other things in the middle. So I think the English sessions will be there on Saturdays. But we could do like a 3-session retreat for English sessions, like 3 of them, maybe. I think one suggestion was between Thanksgiving and Christmas, somewhere early December. So let's see. Anita ji, how are you?
Namaskar, Bhai Sahab. Very, very blessed to be able to be there this weekend. It was an amazing experience. I was able to do this after a few years and very, very grateful. Yeah, the energy was great. Sessions organized very well. We had a wonderful time. And yes, so it is important to kind of come in person, and
Yeah.
as many as we can try to attend, we will, and we will continue to try.
Yeah, good night, Rajat. So yeah, I think in-person English sessions, we need to think about maybe start thinking about that, where and when. Yeah, in-person energy is different, definitely.
Yes, totally agree with that.
And I think the course and the app is also coming out pretty soon. We're testing it now. Yeah, I think next time, Anita ji, I think let's talk about some of what you had talked about last Saturday. Maybe some pieces of that.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, meditation is about, how we create disciplined thinking. How do we, focus and concentrate, and just talk about the whole process a little bit. Yeah.
Which language were you using for your last which language were you using in your last
Yeah. Yeah, hi AC. I saw you joined, I think it was Saturday evening, right? Uh, so that was the traditional session with the prayers and the Hindi, um, so all the uh, discussions were all in Hindi. So apologize. I just um, yeah.
Now I was just curious which language it was because I know it's more than one that is spoken in that region. Isn't it? Is it Hindi and
Oh,
Urdu?
yeah. Oh, there are 600 variants of so many different languages in India. That's for sure. But that was mostly Hindi, yeah. Um, but so that's what you Eddie has also been to those sessions. At the end of the day, the meditation is the same, the process is the same, but you know, um, but discussion, uh, the transition in and transition out, which Guru Maharaj basically kind of um, the way the traditional sessions work, there is some devotional, call it a prayer or a song, and and some discussion like I do. There is a talk by someone, and then there are in the meditation. So there is like two prayers, and then which I think in these sessions we have converted those prayers into musical notes, and then same meditation, then shorter prayers at the end, and then again there is a uh, you know some conceptual discussion about the process, and then followed by a devotional song or two, and done. So very, very similar, but yeah. But I mean, it was, but I mean, with that language barrier, did you feel the meditation was the same?
Yeah, I saw all the similarities, and as I was a voice student, so hearing things in different languages, even if I don't understand it, the language itself, I understand the concepts behind whatever music or singing or whatever, because I did classical voice growing up.
Yeah, believe it or not, I actually went to study in southern part of India, and the first letter I wrote back is like, it seems to be a different planet. The people look different, the houses look different, the food looks different, the language is totally different. I mean, it was like everything was different. So yeah, you know, uh, but, but it was great. I think we had 5 sessions, including the Saturday session in English. So total of 5 sessions on 3 days. Um, there must be about I think Omkar and Anita ji, maybe 100, yeah, somewhere close to 100 people.
Yep, easily.
Yeah. So Eddie, what's the wrap up for today?
Let's see, we'll make this observation or something that came to mind about guru and the effect they have on us, gurus and the effect they have on us. So you talked about guru earlier, and you mentioned that guru is the source of energy for us. And previously we talked about the best ways to perform satsang or directly in front of a guru would be number one. Then as a group would be number two, and then number three would be our individual practice. because when we guru, like you said, guru is sort of like you gave the analogy once before of being a water tower, and when we connect to that water tower, we receive the transcendental energy, a more focused form of transcendental energy than we would if we practice individually. So guru provides that for us. And so when we're here in satsang, that's essentially what's happening, and we receive that. But then there's the periods between satsang where we're not necessarily as a group. And so in our individual practice, maybe we don't draw as much of that energy because it's not as focused as it would be if we were in a group or in front of a guru. But then, I talked previously about the effects that, constant remembrance could have if we practice that. I don't know what's wrong, excuse me.
Take a moment. Yeah.
Yes, so you talked about constant remembrance and how we can use that to constantly stay in contact with Guru and absorb that transcendental energy, those streams of energy that come from him, and in a sense, slowly integrate or unite with Guru and achieve higher states of consciousness than we could individually. And that's something that we can practice throughout the day. And you talked about how that's done. And it's sort of similar to the way a mother thinks about a child. You perform your activities throughout the day. You don't need to stop doing those, but at the same time, you're remembering your child or you're remembering Guru. And in doing that, you're drawing down more of that transcendental energy. So you're constantly in this, state of satsang, if you will, being in the presence of Guru. And this accelerates your progress. And so this is another benefit that Guru has for us, that we can get from having a Guru, or having that being that is, in a sense, transcendental energy. And so I just wanted to mention that because that's something that we can all take advantage of and expedite our path or our progress to what we call salvation. And so, during the meditation, that's something that came across my mind, and I just wanted to share that. And, I don't know, maybe in a future lecture you'll bring it up and talk about it again, but that's just sort of a brief overview of the power of that constant remembrance.
Perfect. Thanks, Eddie, as always. And Jeff, AC, Anita Ji, Omkar, love, light, and peace be with you, and see you all very soon. Just take care, and let's practice kindness and gratitude. Take care.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Sanji. Have a
Good night.
Thank you.
Night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night.